Hello everybody, it's Mimberly and welcome back to the channel. We've got another one of Kawi's dating sims today. She's done Zayne. We did Caleb last time. Obviously you probably have already seen the Silas one. But yeah, she's done a Zayne one. Oh, she knows how to get to me. So we're just going to get straight into it because let's not waste any time. Lighter skin. Show NSFW scene. Well, duh. NSF scenes go on Patreon, so. Winter has taken over Lincoln City. Outside the window, snow falls in slow, silent patterns. Inside, the apartment is warm, but the cold still feels like it followed you in. The snow is beautiful, but your attention stays on the man moving through the kitchen, sleeves pushed back as he prepares the tea. The same man who, not long ago, tried to disappear from your life once again. Oh, Zayne! He lost you and hurt you, just like he did when you were younger. For him, that's inexcusable. But for you, it's not the pain that lingers. It's the thought of losing him. Again. You believe there's still a way through this. His evil, the shifting Dawnbreaker, none of it scares you. You just need time to prove it. You convinced him to stay, with just a few days. But with the way he's been acting, you're not sure he'll see it through. I do love this outfit on him. Oh, I love it. Right, I'm going to move this over to my other screen just so it looks like, you know, I'm actually looking at it better. I've had to take back my Secret Labs chair temporarily while everyone's being repaired. If that one does come back and then it gets fixed, great. If not, we'll have to stick to Secret Labs chair because I'm not a big fan of this one. Only because it's leather. I want a fabric one, but Secret Labs cost a lot of money, so. He places a cup in front of you. The warm scent rises, almost comforting. Drink it. It'll help with the cold. He turns to leave, but you reach out and catch his sleeve. Zayne? He freezes, but he doesn't meet your eyes. Sit with me for a while. You're really going to leave a guest alone? He gently untangles your fingers from the fabric. I'm moving it back onto my other screen because it's easier to read. He gently untangles your fingers from the fabric. It's his way of putting distance between you. You know it's not out of cruelty, but fear, which makes it hurt even more. Please turn off the lights when you leave. The words are quiet, but final. He walks to his room and closes the door behind him. You stay seated, watching as steam rises from the cup, twisting in the light. You don't touch it. Your fingers curl into your palm as your thoughts settle. He needs space, and you'll give him that. But you're not letting him seal himself off in his tower of solitude again. You're not afraid. Not of Dawnbreaker. Not of Zayne. You'll show him, and when it's time, he'll decide for himself. Oh, bless him. The wind cuts through your coat as you press the intercom and wait outside Zayne's door. It's only been a few days since he almost disappeared. He's still distant, but you won't give up. You've been visiting after work every day, determined to understand Dawnbreaker and what he's doing to Zayne. It's the only way to make sure he doesn't leave again. You've noticed the chocolate wrappers around the apartment. Even with the old room quiet, Dawnbreaker is still surfacing. Not from a threat, but from something else. Like the line between them has thinned after too many shifts in too little time. He hasn't shown himself around you, but you swear you feel him sometimes. Another gust of wind slices down the road. You shiver. Still no answer. You glance down at the paper bag in your hands. It's already cooling. You don't want to barge in, but you're out of options. You key in the code. It's still the same after all this time. The lock clicks open. Zayne appears in the living room doorway. A chocolate wrapper crinkles in his grip. What are you doing here? The heater hums, but frost still seems to emulate from his skin. The air tastes sharp, metallic. His eyes hold no warmth, no recognition of the careful progress you've made. This isn't the doctor. Your pulse jumps. Finally. Oh, we got Dawnbreaker here. Okay. He left the paper bag like a peace offering. I got food. And sweets. Zayne tosses the wrapper toward the trash. It misses, fluttering to the floor. Leave. His voice carries winter's edge, but you plant your feet. I just got here. Let's eat together. He steps forward, trying to brush past you, but you plant yourself in the doorway. His chest nearly collides with yours, the difference in heat, or lack of it, impossible to ignore. You can feel his breath ghost against your cheek when he leans down. Move. Okay, first choice. Now, for those of you who've not played any of Kawi's videos before, so you get these, like, options, and depending on which sequence of ones you pick, determines whether you get the NSFW ending or not. Usually there's a walkthrough, but I've actually not been given one in this occasion, so I gotta go off of a gut instinct. So, stay put. I'm not going anywhere. His jaw flexes. For a moment, it feels like he'll shove you aside. Instead, his hand comes up, resting against the doorframe beside your head. The space between you two shrinks, the air colder the longer he hovers. There's his book talk all over again. Your defiance, the set of your chin, only makes his eyes narrow further. You don't want to be here with me? Oh, shoot. I missed that, sorry. You don't understand what I am. Then show me. Something flickers behind the ice in his eyes. When you think it's going to break, he blinks and the frost melts away, replaced by shame and worry. Zane steps back like you've burned him. Don't do that. Do what? Encourage him. He's harmless. Zane gives you a tired look that makes your stomach knot, like he's already lived through the ending you're trying to avoid. He pulls the bag from your hand without a word and heads towards the table. You follow. His hands move quietly, unboxing the food, settling it down with careful practiced gestures. You watch the curve of his shoulder, the way his fingers still tremble when they brush against yours by accident as you help set up the plates. You wonder which of them pulled away first. You sit together and eat. Zane asks about your day and you share the small details. A difficult mission, a colleague's joke, the way the wind nearly knocked you over on your way here. You try to keep the mood light, playful. You toss in a few teasing remarks, small nudges meant to get a reaction. He doesn't bite. There's no smile, no eye roll, just a soft hum every now and then, like he's listening, but not letting any of it reach him. But something shifts in the way he watches you. You can see cracks forming in his careful posture. Oh, when you stand to leave, you lean toward him, seeking some form of goodbye, like everything before you changed. Oh my god! Bloody cough, man! I swear, if I go down sick with this, I'm going to be pissed. Seeking some form of goodbye, like before everything changed. He pulls back, putting distance between your bodies. Your face falls. Zane? His fingers curl and uncurl at his side, like he's fighting the urge to reach for you. The words die on his lips. He looks away. Good night. Let me know when you get home. You gather your things in the heavy silence. He still carries the weight of what happened. The fear that his touch might harm you, that getting too close risks everything. The guilt has carved itself into the space between you, turning every gesture into a potential threat. You slip on your coat by the door, hoping tomorrow will bring you closer to breaking through the walls he's built around himself. Behind you, the door stays open a second longer than it needs to. Oh, this is sad! I don't like this. Can you pass me the salt? You're cooking together for the first time in a while. Hey! The snow's just fallen, blanketing the city in silence. Inside the apartment smells like garlic and ginger, warmth clinging to the air as the stove hisses softly. You pinch a bit of salt from the counter instead of handing him the whole thing, sprinkling it directly into his open palm. He looks down at the tiny pile, then at you. There's a flicker of amusement in his eyes. You're being childish. But his voice lacks his usual sharpness. There's something softer underneath, almost fond. Before he can reach across you for the salt container, you place it in his hand, fingers brushing against his palm deliberately. The contact sends a small thrill through you. His skin is always cool, but now there's warmth creeping up from where you touched him. Satisfied? He doesn't pull his hand away immediately. Instead, he watches you with those keen eyes, like he's studying your face for something he's been missing. You can't stop the smile spreading across your lips. It's been days of careful distance, of him flinching from every casual touch. But now he's looking at you the way he used to, like you're the only thing in the room worth his attention. Very. His gaze drops to your mouth for just a moment before he turns back to the stove. But you catch the slightest upturn of his lips, the way his movements seem less rigid than they have in days. Progress. Real progress. The TV murmurs in the background, filling the apartment with warmth. A drama plays until the screen cuts to breaking news about Ever. The temperature plummets instantly. I can't get away from them, even in a bloody dating sim. Ever's on my ass. Go away. Leave. You glance over. ZAYNE has gone rigid, eyes locked on the screen. Hate the pot. You turn down the heat. As you move, your hand catches the edge of a knife left on the counter. Ouch! Pain shoots through your finger. You hiss, watching blood well up on your fingertip. A cold hand wraps around your wrist, holding you still. Don't touch it. The voice isn't the doctor's. Not quite. You look up, startled. This is the first time Dawnbreaker has touched you. His grip is firm, but careful, ice against your skin. A moment passes, then another. You stand frozen together, the TV continuing its broadcast. Are we waiting for something? He looks away, a mix of annoyance and embarrassment crossing his face. The doctor is taking longer to come back this time. He glances at you, then at your bleeding finger. Something shifts in his expression, concern breaking through the ice. Stay here. He returns with a first aid kit. You watch, fascinated, as he cleans your finger with a methodical precision and applies a bandage. I could have done it myself, or so you do care about me. Ooh. So you do care about me. He goes completely still, the bandage wrapper crinkling in his frozen grip. You do. You care about me. A flush creeps up his neck, stark against his pale skin. He looks anywhere but at you. I don't want you bleeding on the food. Liar. His eyes snap to yours, something dangerous flickering there. You were worried. I saw it. You don't know what you saw. But his thumb brushes over the bandage he just applied, the touch so light you almost miss it, before returning to stir in the pot. Silence fills the room for a moment. We finally get to spend some time together. How should I call you? Dawn? The words tumble out before you can stop them. I know you're both ZAYNE, but it might get confusing if I keep saying ZAYNE for both of you. And saying the ZAYNE from another timeline doesn't really roll off the tongue, you know? He glances at you briefly, and then back at the stove. Do as you want. He tried drawing him into conversation by asking about his day, commenting on the snow, even talking about chocolate. But every attempt meets the same response. Non-committal hums or single-word answers. When the food finishes cooking, he moves towards the sofa. His gait is uneven, like each cold step costs him effort. The air grows sharper, colder. The TV screen flickers erratically. You look at ZAYNE and see black ice spreading across his neck. Oh, fuck's sake. Why is it the ZAYNE girlies get so much angst? Are you alright? He raises his hand, urgency flashing in his eyes. Don't come closer. Oh, okay, do we want to... Oh, fuck it, we're moving closer. You ignore his warning and settle beside him on the sofa, reaching for his hand. He tries to pull away, but your grip holds firm. It doesn't hurt me. Let me offer you a bit of comfort. Save it for the doctor. He deserves it. Not me. Oh, don't say that. You know what these hands have done. His voice cracks slightly. I hurt you. You weren't yourself. Something triggered you, didn't it? He turns away, jaw tight. It doesn't matter. Your fingers tighten around his. He sighs, a sound heavy with resignation, but he stops trying to pull free. Silence stretches between you. The ice on his neck has stopped spreading, but he still looks like he's fighting something invisible. You decide conversation might be the distraction that he needs. How's your world? Not worth talking about. That bad, huh? You try for lightness, but his expression remains granite. I'm not in it to make it better. The joke dies in the air. His face turns somber, almost pained. No. The single word hits like a physical blow. Oh. The silence that follows feels heavier than before. You try to imagine his world, a desolate place where he moves through endless grey hunting monsters that used to be people. I wish both of you could stay here. His head snaps towards you, genuine surprise flickering across his features. Why? I don't want you to suffer. You don't seem to like where you come from. He opens his mouth, then closes it. Something vulnerable crosses his face before he looks away. You stay like that for a while. Eventually, you set a plate of food beside him on the coffee table. He stares at it like it's a foreign object. In his world, there's probably no time for meals shared and warmth. No one to notice if he's eaten or rusted. It's not poisoned. That earned you a faint huff of air. Not a laugh, but close. You go about cleaning up, rinsing dishes at the sink. The sound of running water fills the quiet, and then arms come around you. ZAYNE? He's trembling against your back, holding on to you like you might disappear. You lean into him, hand reaching back to stroke his hair. You were gone for a while this time. Were you in his world? Kind of. I could still feel what he felt here. It was like seeing colour for the first time. Your heart aches for both of them. ZAYNE, who fears what he might become, and DAWNBREAKER, who's forgotten what it means to be human. He's not used to kindness. ZAYNE hums against your neck, the sound vibrating through you. But still, you shouldn't get too close. You don't answer, but your hand continues its soothing motions through his hair. You wish you could shelter them both here, keep DAWNBREAKER from returning to that grey wasteland where hope goes to die. But there has to be other ways to help. Oh yeah. Oh, we got ZAYNE POV, okay. She glides across the ice ahead of him, cheeks flushed and arms stretched slightly for balance. Her laugh rises, soft and bright, disappearing into the open air. ZAYNE watches her, unmoving. The rink isn't crowded, scattered couples are circling slowly, hands held, leaning close. It's the kind of scene he has no business being in. Not anymore. He was supposed to leave days ago. This was meant to be a temporary goodbye. A few days, just long enough to ease her into the parting. He never intended to stay longer. He told himself he wouldn't. But he's still here, watching her smile like nothing between them has happened. Going to the library can wait another day. The distance he needs to put between them can wait another day. Which part of him keeps making these excuses? The doctor, who's always been addicted to her presence? Or the other one who watches hungrily from the shadows? The other him has been manageable lately, almost docile. It doesn't make sense. In his world, there's no room for gentleness. Yet around her, he's different. ZAYNE is grateful that he isn't a threat, for now. He still doesn't understand what triggered those first attacks against her. Both times it was like watching someone else puppeteer his body, feeling the rage and desperation, but unable to stop it. His other self never explained it, and ZAYNE doesn't ask. He doesn't want to think about it, at least not for now. He keeps their conversations short, practical, their only way of communicating being hastily sprawled notes left around the apartment. Do not eat the last of the chocolate. She brings more. Turn up the heat. She gets cold. Stay away from her. That last one gets ignored more often than not. Since the kitchen incident, the other him has grown bolder, touching her wounded finger and allowing her to sit close. Too close. It frustrates ZAYNE beyond measure, this lack of control over his own body. Sometimes, ZAYNE wonders if this is what the other one felt when he dreamed through his eyes, when he watched this life from the outside, unable to touch it. ZAYNE never expected to understand that kind of longing. And now, it won't leave him alone. Sometimes he wants to warn her, to explain the danger she's courting. But she already shows too much interest in his other self. The way her eyes light up when she talks about Dawn, the ridiculous nickname she's given him, as if he's something gentle, something worthy of affection rather than fear. But ZAYNE can't forget what he's seen in those nightmares, what he has done in his world. The blood on his hands, the bodies left behind. The fact that his other self claims those deaths are of mercy doesn't change what they are. After all that, how can she look at both of them and still see something worth saving? She waves at him from across the ice, breaking his spiraling thoughts. Did you get frozen or what? The irony isn't lost on him. She skates over. His movement's more controlled but less natural than hers. He was supposed to be gone by now. Instead, he's here, stealing moments when he has no right to claim. Oh, poor ZAYNE! The rink feels intimate despite the handful of other couples scattered across the ice. ZAYNE pulls you closer as you glide together, his arms sliding around your waist to guide you for a turn. Your bodies move in sync, and when you stumble slightly, he catches you against his chest. You don't pull away, neither does he. His hand stays at the small of your back, keeping you pressed close. Your faces are inches apart now, a breath mingling in small clouds between you. This close, you can see flecks of green in his hazel eyes. You can feel the warmth of his body seeping through your jacket. If we were to switch when we were this close, what would you do? His voice is low, rough. The question sends heat spiraling through you despite the cold. His eyes drop to your lips, then back up, and you can feel the tension crackling between you like electricity. You realise he's not just talking about himself. He's talking about the other him, the one who might take his place in this exact moment, the one who might wake up with his hands already on your skin. And he's afraid of what you might do. What he might do. I wouldn't move. His pupils dilate slightly. The hand at your back flexes, fingers pressing more firmly against your spine. Disapproval wars with something darker in his expression. Want, maybe, or fear of his own reaction to your answer. Why are you asking, Dr. ZAYNE? Are you jealous of your own self? How cute. But you're already pushing off, skating backward away from him with a wicked smile. The frustration and desire wearing in his expression only fuel your teasing. He follows, predatory grace in every movement as he closes the distance you've created. You glide towards the edge of the rink, your boots automatically shifting as you step onto solid ground. The smart technology reshaping the blades into normal soles. ZAYNE follows, his own boots adapting with a quiet sound. The snow crunches under your feet as you bend to scoop up a handful, packing it into the perfect sphere. You're already winding it up to throw when you catch sight of his eyes. The shift is subtle but unmistakable. Dawn. Oh, do you want to throw a snowball at him or do we want to greet him? I'm going to greet him. You let the snowball drop, offering a careful smile instead. You're not sure he'd enjoy your rougher games. Hi, Dawn. Something flickers across his face. Disappointment, maybe, though it vanishes too quickly to be certain. Do you want to try skating? We can go back in. No, it's fine. Oh, did he want to play? Oh no, I feel bad. You make your way through the park, boots crunching in the snow. Even without touching, the distance between you has never felt thinner. Dawn walks beside you. He's quiet, but not as rigid as usual. When he first appears, he's always ice. Serious. Quiet. Like a piece of that other world still clinging to him. But lately, he's been melting faster. His gaze drifts around more, noticing things. The snowflakes falling and landing on tree branches. The warm glow of the lights strung along the path. You stop at a small food stall, hand the woman a few coins and wait for your order. The smell of warm pastry fills the cold air, steam drifting in soft curls. Then you feel it. The temperature dips sharply, unnatural. You turn and sees Dawn staring at his hands. Black ice is crawling down across his fingers, webbing down his knuckles. You freeze. Just for a second, your body remembers the way that ice pierced through your skin. You stay put, watching as he focuses intently on his hands. The ice shifts and reshapes under his concentration, forming something intricate and beautiful. He opens his palm towards you. A jasmine flower made of ice rests there. Not the jasmine! Each petal carved with impossible detail. For you. Oh, the cutie patootie. You take it carefully from him, cradling it in your gloved hands. Each petal is perfectly carved. You turn it slowly, light glinting off its crystalline edges. It's beautiful. Thank you, Dawn. I'm sorry for hurting you. You glance up, eyebrows raising. His voice is quiet. I don't want to lose control again. It's fine I lived, or I forgive you. I forgive you. His eyes widen just slightly, like he didn't expect those words. Not after everything. You shouldn't. But I do. You hold his gaze, refusing to let him retreat. His breathing slows, and something flickers across his features, pain mixed with something that might be peace. He nods once, barely perceptible. Then I won't forget it. Before either of you can say more, he blinks, and warmth returns to his eyes. Zane's back. He notices the flower still cradled in your palm, eyebrows raising slightly in question. Then without a word, he extends his hand. You watch as white particles shimmer around his fingers, his evol activating. Ice forms in his palm, touched with pale blue undertones. When he finishes, he places the small snowman into your other hand. You bring it closer to your face. Every detail is perfect. The round body, the carved smile, even tiny ice spheres for eyes. A snowman? Really? A superior sculpture. Laughter bubbles up from your chest, breath puffing on its invisible clouds. The server extends the food order, steam rising from the paper bag. Zane takes it, since your hands are occupied. You're holding too many things. And whose fault is that? Drop the jasmine. Absolutely not. Don't open your mouth. He tears off a piece of the steaming pastry and brings it towards your lips. You let him place the morsel on your tongue. Warmth spreads through you, sweet and perfect against the winter air. You hum in appreciation. Zane watches you closely. There's something fond in the way his eyes soften. Then they flicker to the flower in your hand again. I thought his evil abilities would be more refined. You hum non-committedly, too distracted by the delicious food, and open your mouth again. He tears off another bite of pastry and then pauses. Say it. Say what? That mine's better. Oh, he's jealous. Are you serious? He lifts the food just out of reach. You make a small noise of protest, chasing him around the edge of the stool as laughter spills from your lips. Who's being childish now? He maintains his distance for a few moments, clearly savoring his leverage over you. And when he finally relents, offering you the warm pastry, he's smiling. Alright, that's enough. You're relentless. The smile catches you off guard. You can't tell who's looking back at you, if it's Zane's careful affection or Dawn's rare glimpse of joy. You take the pastry with a smile of your own, then glance down at the two sculptures in your hand. One delicate and dark, the other precise and bright. You cradle them both with quiet care, aware of how easily either could break. Oh, we're back to Zane's POV, okay. The sun bleeds orange across the wasteland horizon, painting the buildings in shades of rust and gold. Oh, is this the other world? Zane sits on the edge of a crumbling rooftop, legs dangling over nothing, watching the sky burn. For now, he is not waiting for the red dot on his map, or the wet sound of claws scraping raw concrete. He is waiting for the switch. The pool hasn't started yet, that strange tugging sensation which means his world and the doctor's are about to blur together. But it will come, And when it does, he'll trade his desolate skyline for warmth, lamplight, and the sound of her laughter. His fingers trace the edge of a chocolate wrapper crumpled in his pocket. It's empty, like everything else in this place. But the memory of sweetness remains. Not the chocolate itself, but the way she'd smile when she gave it to him. The way she watched him with those careful eyes like he was something worth studying instead of something to fear. The doctor thinks he's dangerous. Maybe he is. His hands have taken more lives than either of them can count, even if death was a form of kindness. The doctor's notes still burn in his head. Stay away from her. Scrawled in familiar handwriting on a post-it, as if distance could erase what's already taken root. He tried at first. Tried to keep the distance between them, but it never lasted. He keeps his distance when he can, not for the doctor's sake, but for hers, if he loses control again. But no, he won't. She's the warmth that keeps him spiraling when the sun disappears and the sky rots into grey. She's the thing that proves he's still connected to something human, still capable of feeling. She makes him remember what it feels like to want something other than the next kill, the next mercy he'll deliver to creatures that used to be human. When her fingers brush his, when she doesn't flinch away from the ice spreading across his skin, it cracks something inside him open. Something he thought had died years ago. He's not just watching anymore. He's living. The sensation is foreign, almost painful, like blood returning to a lymph that's been numb too long. But he hoards every second of it, even though he knows he shouldn't. He can never stay away for long. That familiar creep of black ice always comes, a reminder that the warmth isn't his to keep. The longer he lingers, the more it spreads, marking him as the intruder he is. Oh, husband's calling me. One moment. Okay, there you go. Husband has been dealt with. So, without further ado, let's get back to this. So, he can never stay for long. The familiar creep of black ice always comes, a reminder that the warmth isn't his to keep. The longer he lingers, the more it spreads, marking him as the intruder he is. It's not fair to her. She looks at him, and he wants to give her everything. But he's borrowing time that belonged to the doctor. Time that belongs to the man she truly loves. The pulse starts, like fingers threading through smoke. His world begins to blur the remains, colour bleeding out until the only sensation remains. He knows he shouldn't want this. Knows that the black ice will come. Knows he's stealing moments that aren't his. Knows the doctor's fury will be waiting in hastily scrawled notes. But a smile tugs at the corner of his mouth anyway. He can't help it. Not when she's there. Oh. Days blur together in a strange rhythm. You split your time between them, Zayne, who still refuses to return to work, and Dawn, who surfaces more frequently now. The switches happen so often that sometimes you have to really study their eyes to know who you're talking to. But the cold always gives Dawn away after some time. Zayne is busy, but he refuses to talk about it. You don't ask too much, but you wonder what he does while you're away. You suspect it's something to do with the white-haired boy he mentioned before. A relative, though Zayne never explains the connection clearly. Dawn is different. He answers your questions about his world with reluctant honesty, even when he insists there's nothing worth sharing. Grey skies, empty buildings, the sound of wind through broken glass. You piece together the fragments he offers, building a picture of desolation that makes your chest ache. He never talks about what he does there, but you know. The notes scrawled around the apartment tell their own story. The two only seem to communicate through them. You thought Dawn would have better handwriting, not being a doctor and all, but apparently illegible scrawls are just a shared trait. Yep, the meme that doctors have no good handwriting. Yes. Half of the time you can't even tell what the words are. Why is there a plant on the windowsill? She bought it. It's going to die. Everything dies. Helpful. I could freeze it, preserve it. That's not how plants work. How would you know? You start leaving your own responses scribbled in margins like a freeway conversation that never happens face to face. It's a succulent, guys. Very hard to kill. Dawn, please don't freeze my plant. Zane, water it when I'm at work. I don't know how to water plants. Instructions are on the fridge. You've become their translator, carrying conversations between the two versions of the same men who refuse to speak directly. It shouldn't work, but somehow it does. Zane's shoulders relax slightly when you mention Dawn's dry sense of humour. Dawn's ice responds gentler when you share Zane's concerns. Small progress, but progress nonetheless. The apartment is warm. You're curled up against Zane's side on the sofa, his hand resting on your thigh with comfortable familiarity. The day he promised to leave has come and gone. Then another. Each time he finds a reason to stay. One more day. One more week, just until he finishes his research or ties up that loose end. You don't complain. Whatever you're doing seems to be working. The medical drama on screen drones in the background, doctors making impossible saves and falling in love between crises. Zane watches with detached interest of someone who knows exactly how realistic it all is. Did you know Dawn likes these shows? Zane makes that sound, a soft hum that becomes his default response whenever you mention his other half. Not quite dismissal, but not engagement either. He's memorized half of the dialogue. He even quotes it under his breath when he thinks I'm not listening. Why do you keep telling me these things? There's no real irritation in his voice, just weary confusion. His thumb traces absent patterns against your leg. If you understand him better, you'll end up understanding yourself better. His touch grows firmer, fingers pressing into your skin with unconscious tension. The lightness in his expression shifts, becoming something more serious. What do you think about him? The question catches you off guard. It's the first time he's asked directly, without deflation or that careful professional distance he always maintains. He's an enigma or he's you. Oh, this is a big one. Well, I know DAWNBREAKER is not Zane, but I wouldn't describe DAWNBREAKER as an enigma either, so... I'm gonna say that he's an enigma? There's still so much we don't know about him. I understand why you're cautious. Relief flickers across Zane's features, like you've validated something he's been struggling with. His grip on your thigh relaxes slightly. But I don't think he's as dangerous as you believe. Not to me, anyway. Just like you aren't dangerous. You can't know that for certain. No, but I trust my instincts. Zane nods slowly, processing your words. The medical drama continues its melodramatic soundtrack in the background. You shift to face him more fully, studying the sharp line of his profile in the afternoon light. What do you think about him? The question hangs between you. His hand stills completely on your leg, and you hold your breath, waiting. You've wondered about this. Whether his opinion has softened with time, whether the notes and shared moments have chipped away at his resistance. Oh. The weight of unspoken truth settles between you. Zane's thumb has stopped his gentle patterns against your thigh, his entire body gone rigid with whatever thoughts are churning behind those hazel eyes. The medical drama drones on, but neither of you are watching anymore. The air feels charged, electric with that kind of... English! The medical drama drones on, but neither of you are watching anymore. The air feels charged, electric, with the kind of tension that precedes storms. I don't trust him yet. I don't fully trust myself. But these days, I tried. But it's not the same. I know you feel it too. I can't relax knowing that I can lose control and... His fingers press deeper into your skin. Not quite painful, but desperate. Like he's trying to anchor himself. You put your hand over his. You won't. He hums, a sound that carries more weight than words. Oh my god, I'm getting old. His arm tightens around you, pulling you closer until you've pressed against his side. You keep watching the drama, but your mind drifts elsewhere. The dialogue becomes white noise against the storm brewing in the room. Zane seems equally distant, his gaze fixed. The temperature keeps shifting, warm to cold, cold to warm, like the apartment itself can't decide what it wants to be. Neither of you acknowledge it. The silence stretches, heavy with things that need saying, but can't quite find their way to the surface. Maybe today isn't a good day to talk. Maybe tomorrow will bring clearer skies and steadier ground. You wake to empty sheets and winter sunlight. The space beside you is cold, no lingering warmth to suggest he stayed through the night. Your hand reaches across the expanse of the mattress, finding only rumpled fabric and the ghost of his presence. Your heart knows before your mind catches up. The apartment feels different, hollow, like all life has been sucked out of it. You pull on his shirt, the fabric still carrying traces of his scent, and pad barefoot through the rooms that echo with absence. On the kitchen counter, a single piece of paper awaits. The handwriting is a mix of the two familiar ones you know so well. Letters that blur and blend like two voices trying to speak as one. I'll figure this out myself. You try his phone. It goes to voicemail. You try again. Each attempt met with the same digital void, the same confirmation that he's chosen to disappear again, rather than face whatever's happening with him by your side. The phone clatters onto the counter when you finally give up. You know he's afraid of himself, of what he might become, but knowing doesn't make it hurt less. All you can do is keep moving forward. Keep protecting the city, searching for answers about Ever and their plans. Somewhere in there might be the key to understanding what's happening to Zayne. Part of you knows he'll come back eventually. Your paths are too entangled, your connection too deep for this to be the end. You just wonder how long it will take this time, and what you two will have become by then. Ending 2 of 2. There's 2 endings in this one then, eh? Oh. I feel like I was so close to getting the sexy ending. Shit. Okay, right, well, I'm going to go and see if I can locate a walkthrough, or see if there's any way that we can figure out how to get this NSFW ending. And we'll be back with more When Dreams Wake soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing it. So, oh, Zayne, why you torture me so?